My guess is you are probably going to want to soak your pan. Because that pot, that's on there rock solid.
Hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
Keepers of the Cashflow here. Stash Cash, Sass Cash. It's the cash bump down here. Welcome you to episode 2 of Keeper's Kitchen. January 2018. Hope everyone's having a lovely new year. And let's see what we got. This episode has been mostly prepped by Sass Cash. Makes up for her not being around for the last one.
Was I sleeping?
Oh, you're at work.
This recipe is actually based off of a recommendation from a comment on our YouTube video.
Yes. RedLeaf. So thank you for suggesting that we do something along these lines. I believe specifically his suggestion was an energy bar or homemade snack that is portable for caching. So, Sass Cash has come up with a recipe for today.
I'm very organized. So, you want to start out with your ingredient list. 3 tablespoons of butter. Approximately 6 cups of your preferred healthy cereal. We specifically use Kashi Go Lean cereal in the honey almond flax flavor, as that's what we had on hand. But we ran out after 4 cups, so we also mixed in Muslix Almond Raisin for our remaining 2 cups. Approximately 7 cups of Minni marshmallows, and 1 1/4 cups of dried raisins. We, however, used 3/4 cups of dried raisins and 3/4 cups of chocolate chips. We chose to go with the Seasalt and Caramel flavor for our recipe today, as we've never had this specific type of chocolate chip and thought, why not try something new? Because of the cereal already having the raisins, this was partially the reason why we decided to go with chocolate chips, but also because it would be way more likely that our family would actually eat them if there was a little bit of sugar involved.
You don't get a dad bod by eating lean.
Also, cooking spray is optional to have on hand for your baking dish when you set your snack bites later, although I'm sure you could use other options. So, as I clearly have an interference at the stove, I am going to have Stash Cash run the stove, and I will take this section over here. So you're going to want to start with your pot on low heat, melting the butter first. Once your butter all melts, we're going to add the marshmallows, stirring it constantly until that too is melted and smooth. While you are waiting for your butter to melt, this would be a good time for you to give your cereal a little bit of a crush, just to make sure there's not gigantic pieces in there. I know the Kashi Go Lean cereal is quite largely clumped together, so it helps break it up so that they form your bars better. I'm gonna pop this bag with you next to it.
That's okay. I picked a good durable one.
Don't crush it too much, you'll end up with a powder. This is also a good time to spray your cooking sheet if you haven't done so already. You're going to want to end up using whatever size tray you like, really. The size of your cooking tray that you use to set your bars will determine ultimately how thick your bars end up being.
All melted.
Perfect. Add the marshmallows. Thank you. We're using our Epicure Perfect Petites trays, as they have already proven to be a good size portion for our family. mixing and mixing and mixing for about 5 minutes or so, roughly, to get our marshmallows. You want to ensure that you have a smooth and even consistency.
You're just about there.
Oh, I'm not very aware of my camera angles. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'm all smooth. Now what do we gotta do?
Great. We're going to remove it from the heat. Your next step is that you are going to add all of your cereal, as well as the dried cranberries, or in our case, the dried cranberries, cereal, and chocolate chip mixture. And you're going to mix it until everything becomes well coated. Thinking about this now, I'm going to guess that our marshmallows our chocolate chips are probably going to melt because of the heat of the marshmallows. This is not something I've pre-thought about. Ready?
Yep.
And now the real work begins. Once you have all of your treats firmly pressed or mixture into a baking tray, whatever your method, you're going to let your baking tray rest on the counter or in the fridge for approximately 15 minutes or until your treats have hardened enough that you can cut them, or in our case, pop them out without falling apart. I'm just gonna eat some. It kind of tastes like Rice Krispie Square meets puffed wheat squares, only without that severe chocolatey flavor. Almost as if you use sugar crisps. I'm gonna wash up. That is really good. My guess is you are probably gonna want to soak your pan. Because that pot, that's on there rock solid. So I'm gonna start soaking it now to try to get a handle on the cleansing of it. 52 is what we made. We probably could have made 53 if you and I hadn't sampled that little bit, but 52, 2 tablespoon or 30 milliliter portions. I think it looks pretty good. Set the timer. Check back on it in 15 or so.
So while you wait for your squares, bites to set into their appropriate container that you've decided to lay them out into, don't forget to check out our cards. Every episode of our channel usually has some cards. We like to throw some polls in there. Like to get people's opinions. Also make sure to check out in the comments. We always leave a question there for people to answer. Try and get some conversation going. We really want to involve you in our community. We can't get better without your help. So, like this video if you found it helpful. If you're going to try the recipe, make sure you give us a shout and let us know how it turned out. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that little bell so you can get as many of our notifications as possible. Our Keeper's Kitchens episodes are monthly on the 25th currently, and you can find our geocaching vlog every 2 weeks on Wednesdays at 7:30 in the morning Mountain Standard Time. I hope you continue to watch the channel, and I hope that you guys really do enjoy our little community here. Happy caching.
For anyone who is interested The Epicure website sells them, I think, for about 26 bucks or so. It's 30 bars, and each bar, if you will, is about 30 milliliters or a 2 tablespoon portion. Comment on our YouTube video.
Yes.
Somebody, I'm not sure.
Look that up first. Just leave this heat on, or?
You can turn it off. We're done with the heat now.
All done with the heat.
So, your next
Except
step.
for this sexiness. Hi.
Your next step.
And the cash bump. A little off camera.
But I'm blinking this time. So anyone who's watched our boxing video around, when was that?
November.
November, for the GIF event, will know I don't have a very good screen presence, as I kind of stare off into space, and I don't blink, and you have to wonder whether or not I'm an actual person or a statue.
Hi everybody.
Hi everybody.
KeepersOfTheCacheFlo here.
I'm going to have Stash Cash run the stove, and I will take this section over here. So you're going to want to start with your snack bites. That's going to be inverted, isn't it?
Probably.
As I clearly have an interference at the stove, I am going to have... Oh my goodness, I'm so close. You are sick. Oh, yeah. Can't get enough of that sugar crisp. Yeah. That's what the bear does, right?
Yeah. I love you.
Love you.